Hey everyone, it's me, Susan. Just to give a little background information, I used to do written profile pieces, and now I'm going to be doing little films where I interview people that I think are very inspirational or motivational. So I was reached out by one of my good friends, Avilene. She told me about Chiquy Mejia, who she thinks she's very inspirational. So we're gonna be interviewing her and we're gonna find out everything and see how did she got to that place that she is now and how does she help out in the youth community. So your name is Chiquy Mejia. Can I ask where you from?
I'm original from Caracas, Venezuela.
Oh, nice. So you represent the Latin community.
Say it again?
You're representing the Latin community?
Yes,
here?
I help. That's part of the outreach program that I am in.
Okay.
Because I'm bilingual, I'm able to reach out and work with Latin community as well.
Oh, nice. So what is it that you do?
I'm the Youth Development Coordinator and Outreach Coordinator for the City of Morgan Hill. So for the youth development part of it, I run and develop after-school programs and work with 4 teammates directly with at-risk kids here in Morgan Hill. Also, we have the summer camp H2O that runs in the aquatic center in Morgan Hill, and we also run the teen program. It's the urban camp, adventure urban camp, and that's for teenagers or pre-teenagers, so between 11 and 14. And my masterpiece, or one of the responsibilities of my job, is working with the teens between 13 and 18 years old. So the name of the group is called Youth Action Consult. And I've been working for the city for 15 years, and I've been with Jack for 14 years.
Oh my God.
So it's definitely something that I'm really passionate about and also I'm really interested in know how the teen's brain develops and to become an adult, a responsible adult, or whatever they choose to do.
Oh, nice. Wow, you have all in hands on every day. I love to go through. So how do you become like a passionate? How did all of this started about this passion to help out youth people?
That's really interesting. It's definitely something that comes with personality too. I believe one of the basic reason is that I always see like a hope that is always a really positive person, optimist. So I try to look at things positively as much as I can, and thinking that way opens the door to a lot of options. I mean, it's amazing. So when I was younger, my dad was the street, and my mom was the one helping us to get away from home, doing really, active activities, sports, dancing, art and craft. So she always found a way to keep us busy through recreation.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I am in recreation, because I believe recreation helps children, kids, adults, and family to breathe their brain. The brains get to breathe, recreate, engage, create community groups, and so youth and teens get out of trouble by being busy. So the reason I immigrated to this country, because I was my dream was to be able to speak English, 2 languages, something to communicate, to have more friends. For me, it was impossible to believe that I could learn English. So, and when I came here, I went to San Jose State in the recreation department, and I did all my second language courses and everything. And when I ended up going into the master program, I got this job.
Oh, wow.
So I had to choose between work, and I focused on, so I ended up coming to work. I started as a rec leader, doing birthday parties here and there. So being a clown with no costume.
Oh my God.
So I graduated from marketing publicity career in Venezuela, and I transferred all my credits in here. So they got me my college records, my university records, make me qualify for this job.
That's awesome.
So that helped me. And then I thought, how can I get a job where I can use my skills? But what are my skills?
That's a good one.
what I like the most. I was thinking, right?
Right.
Oh, I like to clown around. I like to play. I do face painting. I make balloons.
Yeah.
I love to play with the kids, obviously, in and outside, outdoors and outdoors. I need to find a rec leader position, something like that. So I got this job as a rec leader, and eventually, because the recreation department in 2000 is still a small department, so they opened the recreation coordinator position, and I was the first one to be hired for that position. So, and I just started doing my thing, you know, being a clown with no costume, and being responsible, having the education and help you, you know, to get those skills that you need to understand budget, to understand computers, to understand technology, and that I got to it. And then I did not want to work with teenagers. I really like work with youth because they follow you along. They want to play.
I know.
So when they asked me to work with teenagers, the first year I say, I don't think so. And I say, why? Because I still feel like I'm a teenager. I feel like I'm too young. I don't know if I can handle too many of them. And say, let's give it a try. So my supervisor at that time, Therese Luger, she was my mentor. She said, never, you said, give it a try. And that's a key for everybody. And that's what my mom did. Just give it a try. If you do not like it, we talk about that after a month, you have been trying. That's the way I got involved in art and craft and sports and karate and music and dancing, because my mom always provided to me so many different options that I was able to pick what I like and what I didn't. So becoming an young adult, when I was in my 26, when I immigrated here, not too young. 26 is still.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge because now you are in that age, like I'm an adult now, or I'm not a kid anymore, and I have to think on my own, and I have to make my decisions myself. I don't really speak English well. My mom and dad, everybody's over there. I'm in my own. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you have to figure it out. So 2 years after being here, I got married with a German American guy. And when I told him that I wanted to find a job with my skill, he said to me, how do you think you're gonna find a clown or rec leader position here in the Silicon Valley? There is no way you're gonna find that. And I say, give me 4 months.
Oh my God.
And my head was, I don't know if the 4 months is gonna happen. But I just told him a round number. Just give me some time. Give me 4 months. And I found this job that I've been in for 15 years.
Oh my God,
I love when I got this job. I thought this is my dream job.
Yeah,
This is what I can do, where I can be a clown with no costume, and I have to adjust myself to the different options to work in a professional environment with council members, with the city manager, with city mayor Tate, the police officers. All those are my teammates, and then you have to being a clown for those type of meetings, but being fun, having a fun personality, it really help you in this field, in the recreation field. And I always see that I always see when kids have a smile on their face, when they understand how the reason we do things for them, and they come back to you and say, after 2, 3, 5, 10 years, say, I know who you are, Chiquy. You did it for me. You did that. Like, did we do that? Really? So, I didn't know. Yes, you taught me how to do the budget. You taught me how. If it were not for the skills that you provided to me while I was in the Youth Action Council, I didn't know how to deal with this in college.
Oh, wow.
So if they don't come and tell me that, I maybe not be in this job.
Yeah.
But because these things come back to me and they say, you did it for me, I appreciate this for what you did for me, and in the parents. So that make my roots tighter to this job.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear, honestly.
Yeah,
wow.
really nice.
A long journey, but definitely something that you really worked for.
Yeah.
So that's really good. What's your best memory? Do you remember like that one memory that you're like, this is one of the reasons why I'm still here in this job, like you were saying? Do you remember like a specific memory from the people that you have helped?
Oh yeah, my mother definitely.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't want to listen to our parents, But when you become an adult and then you realize what happened in your past, and when you are thankful, sometimes that's what I love about teenagers. As a teenager, they are not understanding that what the parents are doing for them to provide them a better life, they take it wrong in the wrong way. But when you become in your own, go to college, get married or divorce, whatever happened in your life, and then you become a dad or no, or an adult, you realize, oh my gosh, all this cool stuff that my mom did that I didn't even recognize. I never say that to my mom, for example, right, at that time. And now realize, Mom, thank you to you, I was able to, I'm the person I am now, today. And I really appreciate that. So the people that marked my life was definitely my mom, teachers, coaches from sports, that I can do it, you can do it. Those people that, don't, it's okay, you are tall, but you can jump higher. People that doesn't put you down. So I always connected, or I became attached to that person, or a follower or a stalker. I want to say, to be connected with a positive influence.
Definitely. Yeah, you want to keep, I think that's the cool thing about being positive and having all this energy in a good way, because you will always look up to that and you don't want to get rid of it. It's going to help you reach whatever you want to accomplish.
And break any barriers.
Right, that's
so
true.
When my teens come to me say, "Me Chiquy, we have a problem," I say to them, there is no problem that we cannot fix.
Right.
So let's talk about it.
Nice.
What has to be done? And then I always ask them, come up with options. If this was your problem, provide me more than 2 options. What would you do? So I make them think about, oh, okay, it's not the end of the world. It's just, I just need to think about it.
Yeah. Definitely, it's true. I never think about it like that, but it's definitely true. Wow, I really admire all the work that you've done. And it's crazy because, like you were saying, sometimes as a teenager, like, we could be ignorant, about like, oh yeah, we're not taking anything for granted. But it's crazy how people behind, like, working for the youth like you are actually caring for someone else's future, someone else's future on growing up and everything. So that's very admirable. I love that.
Yeah, we just had this morning the Morgan Hill Valley Youth Conference, and we have 18 teenagers expressing themselves about the opportunity. They don't know how to approach their own parents, so the parents can help them.
Oh, wow.
So they were asking the parents to provide an option on how to become an adult. How can I run what is that about budget? What that really means? When I graduate from high school, how can I pay for college? If I'm paying for dorm, how can I make my food? How can I survive? So they were actually, speaking that they would like to have a connection with the parents, but they don't know how to reach out to the parents, and the parents think that the teens don't want to listen to them. So it would take for both 50% to say, okay, this is what I'm going through, Dad, can you help me? Or the parents find a really, smart technique about, I know you're going to become an adult, I would like to talk to you about what has to be done so you are prepared. So that's our job, to provide this type of workshops that where we can provide the tools that the parents or the teenager need to know in order to communicate with each other, because it's not just the parents' fault, it's not the teens' fault. It's a teamwork.
Right, that's true. Oh, wow, great. So how do we find out about all this information? Do we have to go to a certain website to know about all this job that you guys been working for?
So every single city in United States have their own city offices, right? The city of Morgan Hill, city of Gilroy, city of San Jose. So we all have offices that run recreation programs. So I encourage all the teens, those teens that say there is nothing to do, or those parents that say they think there is nothing for teenagers to do, to reach out. To don't wait for the information to come to you. Just go to community centers, go to libraries, have a lot of free enrichment programs. YMCA have a lot of recreation programs. go to the churches. Churches have community and youth groups. And the schools have their own clubs. So it's just the way to find out what is around you closer. You don't have to travel or drive too long.
Right.
Look around you. What do you have around you that you can go and say, I have a question. What do you have available for youth, for teens, for seniors?
Right.
You know? So the city of Morgan Hill, our city of Morgan Hill, we have the recreation department and we have a recreation guide. And here we have activity from the aquatics, have their own programs from all ages, from zero to seniors plus. But in this guide, you can see all the activities that we run. We have our own karate studio, aquatics. We have our own preschool. We have youth program from it runs from 3 years old and up. We have the youth, we have the teens section, we have the adult, and we have the what we call adult plus. This in Morgan Hill, the senior citizen age is 50, which is really low for others when you compare us with other cities.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity because our city has one of the best senior programs in Santa Clara County.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really proud of that.
Definitely. I know.
So the Youth Action Council, which is the teens group, is I work with between 19 to 25 teenagers every year. And these are teenagers between 13 and 18 years old, all from local in Morgan Hill or local schools.
Right.
And we run the Senior Citizen Ball event. So teenagers are waiters and waiters for senior citizens. And that event is coming. It's coming up. It's on Saturday, March 24th.
Okay, awesome.
And we have an amazing program. So I invite you if you want to be a volunteer or your brother.
And I'll film it.
Yeah. So it's the 13th annual Senior Citizen Ball on Saturday, March 24th.
Right.
And we have a program from 5 to 9 p.m. where they have a free dinner. They have performances by senior citizens.
That's
The more
so
cute thing. We have the golden oldest line dancer, fabulous flappers, so cute. And we have a band of 12 musicians coming and playing music for them.
Oh, that's so nice. That's
We pick the king and queen,
Oh.
and then the teens do a dance for the senior citizen.
Oh, that is adorable. That is
Yeah.
something that definitely, like, I don't think we want to miss out here in Morgan Hill. So that's
I know. We have done it for 13 years.
Oh my God!
They look
how
forward
come
every
I've never
year.
been to it? Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
Check it
this
out.
year. That's on my bucket list.
So everybody that is under 18
Right.
needs to complete the youth volunteer permission form and bring it on that day. Or anybody who wants to volunteer needs to come on that day.
Okay.
Yeah?
That sounds
So
good.
I'm gonna give this for you so
Thank
you have it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be promoting this one out.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay.
And also we have the YAC, the Youth Action Council, put together the 5-day program. That is program from 8:30 to 3:30, and we connect with most of those leaders in the community from the city of Morgan Hill, from community services, from self-defense in organizations, with the police department, and they do half an hour workshops
Oh wow.
during the day where they provide leadership skills and related or life skills like how to present yourself, how to do an interview, how to be a leadership in the city of Morgan Hill, how the city, we make them understand how the city runs, how the police officers can come in, the police officers do a preparedness or emergency preparedness awareness. They give us all the kind of cool skills for the kids to understand. Oh, this is what you do when you.
Right. It makes all sense once they're being explained. Yeah.
Exactly. We teach them techniques and how to be rescued from somebody who's kidnapping you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
true.
true. It's real
true.
stuff.
We all need that. I know
Yeah.
it's true. Oh, wow.
So little things like that, we do it for 5 days, and then the following Monday, all these Youth Leadership Morgan Hill students that learn more about what the Youth Action Council is, they go to an interview process, and that's the way I recruit my Youth Action Council members.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
This
love
happened
how
in
this works.
summertime.
In
This is in
summertime.
July.
In July. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome. Good to know too. I'm excited for this one too. Oh wow, well thank you so much for giving us the time to get to know you and to find out like all the work that you've done behind, you know, all this youth over here, and hopefully to see you around too soon.
Yeah,
Is there
anytime.
something that you wanted, like, I don't know, one last advice for like anybody, for parents who don't know like how to probably help their children, like you were saying, give it a try to something, you know, always give it a try. That's a good point. But yeah, anything that you want to give out, like parents or youth?
Yeah, I do like to say a line on that. Parents, you are responsible to provide any options, all the options that you can to your kids. Sports, art, music, anything. Even if they say they don't want to do it, give them the chance to do it at least for 1 month, and then you guys talk about that later. But doing it that way, you are exposing your kids to different experiences that eventually in the future they will be able to understand. You know what? I really like when I try my art class. I think I want to paint more. So if we provide skills and tools for them to, in the future, just keep themselves busy, so they are not in a house going crazy because they don't know what to do. Mostly now with the technology, is get stuck in the technology and they are forgetting about all these beautiful things that are available to them when they are young.
True.
Right?
True, yeah.
And then so reach out to community centers, to sports centers, to any clubs around you. And for the teens, believe that you can do whatever you want if you really believe it. Follow your dreams. There is nothing that you cannot do if you don't give it a try. This is my dream job. Some people think that I'm crazy. How can I think this can be my dream job? It is because it makes me full. I'm satisfied. I'm like, if I die tomorrow, I'm gonna go in peace because I got what I had, what feed my heart and my brain. So follow your dreams, reach out, speak up your thoughts and your feelings, communicate with your parents, and never say I can't do it. You can do it.
Awesome.